I've finally got around to making this video on the a streamlined rose balloon, and so this should make it a heck of a lot easier than my original one that I showed you before. And so the way it's based is on this star, and what you have is when you start to do a star, of course, you jump over things. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then back down. And so the key is you have 3 segments here, and then 3 segments here, 3 segments here, and this is when it starts getting connected up. But this will be the top balloon, and the points to the star are the connection points to my original 1-flower balloon. Okay, so always think you're making a star with the top balloon. Okay, so we take 2 balloons, not entirely inflated, because we're going to make 15 bubbles out of each. We start here with my original flower design, which is 1, 2, and then we do 5 more, slightly bigger. And then it just pops in like that. Now things become a little bit more interesting because we add in our first segment here, a little bit bigger perhaps. Oh, let them go. 1, 2, 3. So there's my first triple, and in fact, I can let this go and tie it around my first connection point. Okay? It's a shame I let the green one go because now I'm going to have to redo it, but no biggie. Okay, so now I've done 1, 2, 3, which I'm going to have to retie later, and now I do this again. 1, 2, 3. And so this is going to jump over with the green one. 1, 2. And it's going to come over to the other side. It's going to just jump in here. Okay, so it's actually not that hard what I've done so far. I'm just going to pull this over top, and then we have 1 on 3 over there, and then I'm going to quickly come around and tie it to this guy here that came undone. Okay, and so that is like this. Okay, so it turns out this singleton bubble is actually the top, so I'm going to pull that around here. And now I can go on my merry way. And so what I have to do is I have to go jump over, and so now I've got to have another 3 here. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm skipping over to this point, and so now this green guy is going to come over that one, and now I have 2 more on this side. Okay, but then this guy's got to do 3, so it's got to be 1, 2, 3, and he actually comes over top of this guy here, and then makes that connection point for the green. And so he's going to come there. So we got to push that connection in a bit. Okay, and so that's what we have so far. But now this green guy has to go inside here. And so it's got to come through here, which is not so bad. So just make sure you hold it right. Okay? And so then this guy's going to come over here, but more importantly, we've got to take, if you remember from the original flower design, that little bubble in the middle has to go through the center to become a tie point. So now I've got to massage it through and have it come out the other side to there, and then I've got to make a single bubble here and pull it once again through here, which isn't so bad because there's just a big hole there. Okay, and so now what I need to do is my final tough one here. So 1, push that in, 2, maybe a little bit bigger. So I didn't use enough bubbles here. And so there's my final bubble, maybe a little bit bigger. And so I got a little bit extra, and so I might as well get rid of that now and just pop that, let that air go, tie it off, and then stick it into the last point here. And then pull that green one around the tie point. And my knot. So I didn't leave enough on the green, but I had a little bit too much. And so there you see it. And then my original, I just simply redo those. Like so. And I have to pull that knot into there. And so there we have it. So a little bit of massaging can be done to get those points looking tight. Other than that, there you have the rose balloon. I don't know why that was flopping around on me, but so you got the bottom part. You squeeze that a bit to get rid of that excess air, but essentially, there she be. Not too poorly constructed at the end, but you can see the original rose, the original flower, and then there's your 5-point star, all the points being bent into my one balloon flower design. Okay, so I hope that was instructive, and good luck with it. It'll take a little bit of practice, but just remember always, you're doing a star on top, which means you have to skip every other point. Good luck. Cheers.